Do you feel like every time you try to have a calm conversation with your teen to resolve an issue, they push back, shut down, or explode? You try to be reasonable and you try to help. But somehow, things frequently turn into a power struggle or cold silence. What's going on? Dr. David Yeager's research shows that there are two vital things that teens need from their parents. They don't need more lectures. They don't need more rules. They need status and respect. And when they don't get those two things, they act out or withdraw. Today, we're going to break down why status and respect are the two core psychological needs that every teenager has, and what you can do as a parent to meet those needs. Dr. Yeager even talks about how status and respect are as essential to your teen's development as food and water are to a child. Let's talk about the first need, status. Status isn't about popularity or having the latest phone. It's about whether your teen feels like they're seen as important, as someone who brings value to the group. Whether that's in the family, at school, or among their peers. Here's why status matters. During puberty, there's a surge in hormones like testosterone, even in girls. This increases sensitivity to social rank. Teens become hyper-attuned to how they're perceived. Dr. Barbara Brahm's research found that teenagers show more brain activation in areas linked to social reward. This means that teenagers are neurologically wired to care about recognition and social standing. I'm Daniel Wong. I'm a teen coach and I specialize in helping teens to thrive. Here are some examples of situations where teens might not get the status and recognition they crave. Let's say your teenage daughter volunteers to organize a school event. She works hard for months to make it a success, but you don't acknowledge her focus and perseverance. Your teenage son finishes a tough project and tells you how much effort he put in, and you respond, well, it's your responsibility as a student to work hard. One more example. Your teenage daughter offers a suggestion during a family discussion and you say, that won't work. In each of those moments, a teenager can feel invisible or dismissed, like their efforts don't count. So what happens when teens don't get status and respect at home? They find other places to get those needs met. For example, they might seek validation on social media, assert dominance over their siblings, bully others, buy expensive clothes and shoes, engage in risky behavior, become obsessed about gaining the approval of their peers, break rules or defy authority, boast or exaggerate their achievements. This might not come as a surprise, but research shows that teens who feel disrespected by authority figures are more likely to be suspended or to skip school. So here are some things you can say to your teens to give them more status. You've been working really hard to organize the event. That shows discipline and perseverance. I've noticed how much effort you've been putting in to complete the project. Do you feel proud of yourself for completing it on time? That idea you talked about just now. Can you explain more? I hadn't thought of it that way. When you speak to your teens in ways that give them earned status, they feel seen. And when they feel seen, their attitude and behavior will improve. Now let's talk about the second big need that teens have, respect. Respect is about being treated as if you're capable of making decisions and solving problems. We all know that teens crave autonomy. Developmental psychologist Dr. Lauren Steinberg explains that adolescence is a time when teens begin questioning authority, asserting independence, and testing boundaries, not to be difficult, but to learn how to function in the adult world. For example, maybe your teenage son says to you one day, I'm going to start doing more cooking at home. Maybe your first response is, I don't think you should do that. You're going to make a mess of the kitchen. What you just communicated is, I don't trust you. I don't believe you're capable. Or maybe your teenage daughter says to you, I'm planning to get a part-time job. And you reply, but you haven't been getting very good grades in school. You should just focus on your schoolwork. Your daughter will likely interpret that as, you don't think I can manage real responsibilities. So here are the types of things you can try saying to your teen. It's great that you want to be more independent. Want me to show you where everything is in the kitchen? If you want to get a job, let's talk about how you'll balance it with your schoolwork. I trust that you can figure it out. This is how you parent from a place of support, not control. Respect is also about how you say things. Instead of saying, go clean your room, I'm sick of the mess. Try saying, I know you've had a long week, but could you take 10 minutes before dinner to tidy up? I'd appreciate it. Instead of saying, how could you do something so dumb? Try saying, help me understand what led to that decision. I know you usually think things through. If you're finding this video helpful so far, please click the like button. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future videos about helping teens to thrive. Now, when teens feel respected, their prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain that controls reasoning and decision making, becomes more engaged. Dr. Amanda Yeager is a professor of human development. She's discovered that when teens feel respected by adults, their brains show more activity in regions responsible for empathy, perspective taking, and long-term thinking. In other words, respect even helps your teen's brain to work better. As a parent, you don't need to get everything right. I have 3 children myself, and I'm definitely not a perfect parent. What you can try to do is this. Start intentionally meeting your teen's 2 needs of status and respect in your daily interactions with them. Here are 4 things you can start doing. 1. Give your teen a real role. For example, you could put your teen in charge of preparing 1 meal for the family each week, or you could ask them to plan a family activity. 2. Acknowledge your teen's strengths and progress. For instance, you could say things like, "I've noticed you're becoming very good at calming people down when things get tense. The way you kept trying even when it was tough. That stood out to me." 3. Use respectful language even in conflict. Try saying things like, "Let's figure this out together," instead of saying, "You never learn your lesson." 4. Ask for your teen's opinion. Whenever there are problems to be solved or issues to be addressed, ask your teens for their ideas and suggestions. Just to be clear, when you give your teen status and respect, it doesn't mean you need to give up your position of authority. You just need to make sure that this is the message your teen receives. I see you, I value you, I believe in you. Now, what if your teen lacks motivation? I have a resource for you. It's this free ebook I've written entitled 16 Keys to Motivating Your Teenager. Visit daniel-wong.com/ebook to download the ebook today. The download link is also in the description. And here's this other video I've created about the 6 common parenting strategies that will damage your teen. In the video, I explain the strategies that every parent should avoid using at all costs when parenting their teens. You'll find this video useful, so watch it next.